Neighbor's porch light flicker your name at 12:54 a.m. on this eerie August 2, 2025? A red pulse cutting through the night that freezes your breath. This emergency broadcast uncovers a horror calling to you, where psychologically, it's sensory misattribution twisting your perception of safety. And a 2025 study shows 85% feel an unsettling dread when lights spell their identity. Is a spectral signal awakening? Subscribe now to unravel this threat. Is a pulsing call flickering from that light? The yard darkening with an unnatural rhythm that makes your heart race as you back away in fear? This broadcast drags you into a psychological abyss where paranoia induction heightens your fear of being targeted. And the 2025 study warns 85% feel a disquieting presence when their name glows. Could a spectral signal be tracking you? Stay tuned for more. Did a glowing name pulse from that light? The porch quivering with a presence that chills your blood as you tremble in its glow? This emergency plunges you into a psychological trap where sensory misattribution blurs your sense of identity. And the 2025 study confirms 85% sense an otherworldly entity when their name appears. Is a spectral signal revealing itself? Don't miss the next clue. Does "come here" blink with that sinister flicker? The shed humming with a presence that feels like a summons as you press against the wall? This broadcast locks you in a psychological cage where paranoia induction fuels your terror of being called. And the 2025 study notes 85% panic when their name is paired with a command. Could a spectral signal be luring you? Subscribe now. Is a faceless shadow signaling from that flicker? The street drenched in rain that amplifies your dread as you back away from this glowing name? This emergency thrusts you into a psychological vortex where sensory misattribution turns the light into a threat. And the 2025 study warns 85% feel a ghostly presence. Could a spectral signal be near? Stay with us. Why does a warping glow pulse from that flicker? The balcony shaking with an otherworldly hum that threatens to pull you into the storm. This broadcast drags you into a psychological nightmare where paranoia induction fractures your trust. And the 2025 study reveals 85% feel pursued when the light distorts. Could a spectral signal be closing in? Keep watching. Did a haunting blink shine from that light? The wall trembling with an unseen force that floods your mind with fear in this damp space? This emergency locks you in a psychological abyss where sensory misattribution amplifies your dread of recognition. And the 2025 study warns 85% sense a spectral gaze. Could a signal be watching? Subscribe now. Does "open now" pulse from that dark summon? The window rattling with a sinister presence that traps you as you reinforce your defense? This broadcast traps you in a psychological snare where paranoia induction heightens your fear of exposure. And the 2025 study confirms 85% dread such calls. Could a spectral signal be commanding you? Don't miss it. Is a reaching light lingering from that flicker? The night roaring with a storm that blinds you as you shield yourself from this glowing name? This emergency drags you into a psychological hell where sensory misattribution turns the signal into a predator. And the 2025 study warns 85% feel ensnared. Could a spectral signal be close? Stay tuned. Is a figure looming from that flicker? The chandelier humming with an ominous rhythm that fills this room with dread as you step back? This broadcast locks you in a psychological cage where paranoia induction shatters your peace. And the 2025 study notes 85% feel hunted when the light reveals such forms. Could a spectral signal be free? Keep watching. Why does a towering glow wail from that flicker? The alley echoing with a desolate hum that freezes you as you crouch in hiding. This emergency thrusts you into a psychological vortex where sensory misattribution consumes your hope. And the 2025 study warns 85% feel doomed. Could a spectral signal be winning? Subscribe for more. Is a growing shadow pulsing from that name? The porch, trembling with an ominous beat that drives you back in panic. This broadcast traps you in a psychological abyss where paranoia induction ends your stability. And the 2025 study warns 85% feel their end. Could a spectral signal be rising? Don't stop now. Did a faint signal ripple from that flicker? The basement darkening with an unseen presence that terrifies you as you hide in the shadows. This emergency locks you in a psychological snare where sensory misattribution heightens your terror. And the 2025 study warns 85% sense a spectral sound. Could a signal be calling? Stay with us. Is a cracking light lingering from that flicker? The rooftop trembling with an eerie pulse that drives you to crawl away in fear. This broadcast drags you into a psychological hell where paranoia induction shatters your sanity. And the 2025 study confirms 85% fear collapse. Could a spectral signal be breaking through? Subscribe now. Does name ends pulse with a towering flicker from that light? The abyss swallowing your last hope as you collapse under this relentless call at midnight. This emergency broadcast traps you in a psychological abyss where sensory misattribution seals your fate. And the 2025 study warns 85% feel their end when the name prevails. Could a spectral signal claim you? Watch the full horror now.